so many people are most likely going to be laid off. And that is only because Donald Trump decided to do Liberation Day. We have yet to experience the results of Trump's Liberation Day. A lot of people are too stupid to look into the future to recognize what Donald Trump's halting of global trade is going to look like 2 months down the line. It is crazy. All right, we're moving on to Trump backing down.
With what appears to be good news, possibly a reversal from President Trump on the trade war with China could help the economy, could help the markets. Yesterday, the president appeared to be softening his tone on what had been some very steep China tariffs. But at the very same time, he hinted that more tariffs could be put in place unless countries make deals with the U.S. in the weeks ahead. Ed O'Keefe is at the White House. He's been following this daily seesaw, the whiplash, the back and forth. Ed, good morning to you. On that subject, we've got China responding this morning. What are they saying now?
I'm still shaking my head about what you said about arm hair, Tony, but good morning. Overnight, Beijing said that if the U.S. doesn't if the U.S. really wants to resolve this issue, it should cancel tariffs on China. And that comes as President Trump signals he's easing off his tough tariff policies in recent days, saying...
Excellent move, sir. Another five-head move by Donald Trump. Incredible stuff. He's doing the damn thing, dude. He's doing it big time. He's doing it so good. He's doing it so sweet. Art of the deal.
His administration's talked with 90 countries about trade deals.
What went down is coming back up. Stocks on the rebound around the world as President Trump signals high tariffs on China are set to end soon.
I get along very well with President Xi, and I hope we can make a deal.
But it came with a warning to China and other countries that without a deal, the White House will set a price.
That will happen, I'd say, over the next couple of weeks. Wouldn't you say? I think so. Over the next 2-3 weeks, we'll be setting the number.
Trump's moves come after weeks of global economic instability. This week, the CEOs of top retailers Walmart and Target privately warned the president tariffs could disrupt global supply chains and result in empty shelves in the coming weeks. And Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent sought to calm nerves by telling a meeting hosted by J.P. Morgan Chase there will be de-escalation with China. On Wednesday, addressing leaders in international finance, he said the U.S. is merely trying to rebalance global trade.
America first does not mean America alone. To the contrary, it is a call for deeper collaboration and mutual respect among trade partners.
But while President Trump says there's been direct contact daily between the U.S. and China on trade,
what's funny to me is that Donald Trump had to be convinced by executives from Walmart that, like, this tariff war would inevitably lead to empty shelves that are not stocked. Like, you couldn't figure that out on your own? I'm a dumbass. I'm a stupid guy, okay? I'm not the smartest guy at all. And if I can see it, how can you, a person that is the president now twice of the United States of America, how could you not have foreseen this? It makes no sense, bro. It's so weird. Here, this is another side of the story. Scoop, senior aides across Trump admin holding high-level meetings over China, curbs on rare earths, critical to huge range of U.S. economic activity. Deep concern about impact. No easy answers. There's another part of the story. Companies relying on reserves that won't last forever may help explain Trump blink. China has complete monopoly over the refinement and procurement of rare earths that are necessary for American defense and everything else. Do you understand how stupid this is? No, not raw earth, rare earth, okay? They have damn near complete monopoly, just like they have damn near complete monopoly over the Labubu procurement, okay? What are we doing? What the are we doing? Who do you think gets hurt more in this process? Who? Do you think it's China that gets hurt in this process? Sure, they experience a tumultuous period of economic inactivity, certainly, right? Cutie Cinderella does not get her laboo-boos for her deco den. Shouts out to Fear End. For those of you who don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, watch the Fear End podcast. But like the notion that this was going to be fine for America is so laughable. It's so spectacularly stupid. Oh my God. Oh my God. The rare earth banned for export to U.S. is used in aerospace for lightweight aluminum alloys, laser targeting systems, LEDs, and semiconductors. And that's only a part of it. Yeah, that's just No. That's the rare earth minerals that China said they will not export to the United States of America, even if they hadn't done a blanket ban on those rare earth minerals. Okay? Trump's own tariffs would have actually cooked this global trade procurement strategy. So Trump had already done it himself. And China's retaliation of the process was, okay, you don't get any of it then. You're not even going to get it at a higher price. You're just not going to get it at all. It's so funny because I have talked about all of this for the past couple of months at this point, and certainly since Donald Trump decided to molest the money, right? Liberation Day. And it's always shocking that people are still confused at this point. People are like, what? How could this have happened? Jeff Steinfollow says, Beijing does not feel like it is going to back down and that the U.S. is in no position to dictate terms. A big part of it is rare earths, where they feel they have the capacity to do significant harm to American manufacturers. Meetings have involved White House National Security Council, National Economic Council, Council of Economic Advisors, Commerce Department, Energy Department, the Office of Trade Representative, among several other agencies, Finance, Capital, and other ideas DPA kicked around, but the timeline for scaling up domestic capacity uncertain. Yeah, Felix Biederman really cooked when he said Trump is molesting the money. I just keep using it over and over again. Money molestation. And by the way, it bears repeating. And it sounds so silly to say it over and over again. But this is the tip of the iceberg. Okay? Like, chatters, I need you to understand something very important. Trade activity through shipping containers does not happen overnight. You do not just send ships worth of goods and cargo yesterday, and then you order them yesterday and it arrives at your doorstep tomorrow. Like, this is, a lot of people have a false understanding of how this happens because of Amazon Prime delivery. Okay? When you go to the Amazon website and you click on a Labubu and you order it, and then it ships to your doorstep overnight, that Labubu entered the country who knows when, probably months ago. The process of getting that Labubu into the country took 55 to 60 to, at minimum, okay, minimum 35 to 45 days, because they're coming in ships. They're coming over water. It's not something that you can't just order something or have the importers order something and then like it materializes in your doorstep. So when Trump put the limiter on global trade, that put the entire process in a complete halt. So we have yet to experience the actual impact. Shelves will be empty. You just have to wait. You have to wait at least another month to start seeing the impact of what Donald Trump's Liberation Day looked like. We haven't even gotten there yet. Do you understand? I work in logistics and it's usually like 6 to 8 weeks by boat minimum. Yes. We have yet to see what it is going to look like, even if they tomorrow decide, my bad, my mistake, I'm so sorry, I f***ed up, I love China, I love Xi Jinping, let's restart global trade, please. And China says, you know what? I'll let bygones be bygones. I will let you get access to our markets again. I will manufacture for you again. If all of these things took place today and that China immediately kickstarted the process of manufacturing today, okay, we would still experience shortages in a month no matter what. You understand? We are still going to experience empty shelves. These guys that are warning Trump right now are warning him because they don't want the shelves to remain empty after the 2-month period. Because in that process, here's what else is going to happen. Okay, this is a robust industry. This is a massive part of the economy. So when ships are no longer bringing goods into our ports, you no longer have longshoremen working at said ports. You are going to have a period in the upcoming month, you're going to have a period of stagnation no matter what. That is going to happen regardless. Okay? That is unavoidable. It is happening. It is going to happen. You're going to have truckers experience a period where they most likely furlough because truckers are not going to be able to move products from said ports because there's no more products coming in from said ports into grocery stores. You are going to experience shortages at grocery stores. So many people are most likely going to be laid off. And that is only because Donald Trump decided to do Liberation Day. It hasn't happened yet. It will happen. I am telling you right now, we have yet to experience the results of Trump's Liberation Day. We have yet to win. Right now, the immediate impact is in the market. And even then, a lot of people are too stupid to look into the future to recognize what Donald Trump's halting of global trade is going to look like 2 months down the line. It is crazy. You do not know, or at least I hope you can understand what it's going to look like right now. I manage a lot of brands, Amazon presence, including a lot of logistics. Many are shipping to Canada to hold and be ready to move to the U.S. when tariffs are gone, reduces risk for a small increased cost. Many Chinese-owned brands are also just straight lying on customs declarations as well. So U.S.-owned companies that import from China are at a massive disadvantage. Couldn't COVID have be a model for this as well? Dude, this is worse. But I think it will resemble COVID, like early period of COVID where everything halted. But I think the impact that it will have on the logistics side of things for shipping companies, for longshoremen, and for truckers is going to be even more severe than COVID. Check the current availability and price of GPUs on Newegg. We're basically back at peak COVID supply chain horse shit. I work for an IT broker, and it's not just the shipping from China that's ass blasting us right now. It's about country of origin. So used equipment that we move from Europe will still get hit. We'll still get his with the China tariff if the equipment was originally made in China. Trucking volumes are down 8.3% month over month. We're approaching COVID low levels in trucking. The market continues to stall. This is going to get so much worse. Again, we haven't even arrived at the dead zone. There is going to be a period. Like I said, if tomorrow Trump said, reset, sorry about the tariffs, my bad, and China said, you're all good, I'll let bygones be bygones. If they started this process today, there would still be a dead zone. There is going to be a dead zone of all economic activity because Donald Trump thought that he could just shut off trade from 30% of the entire U.S. economy. 30%. And not only that, but also, he's also tacked on tariffs on Canada and Mexico. Canada, Mexico, and China comprise 72% of all economic activity in this country. 72%. So as that one chatter was saying, a lot of importers are basically rerouting manufacturing into China, or not rerouting manufacturing, but like rerouting goods from China into Canada with the hopes that they can then, move them across the border. There's still a tariff there, and that still isn't enough. That's not going to make up for that trade dead zone that you are going to experience. And even then, there's a universal 10% tax that we are all going to be paying for. Oh my God, I'm nutting. Oh my God, stop. 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 International opinion shift. For the first time ever, more people globally say China will have a positive impact on the world. Oh my God. Oh my God, the people are waking up. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, I'm sorry. I gotta hit it. I gotta hit it once. I gotta hit it once. I gotta hit it once. I gotta hit it once, baby. Yeah. Okay. 天上太阳，当然红彤彤耶，西上是太阳，是毛泽东耶，发领导我们奋英生耶。革命江山一呀一片红哎，一呀一自由，呀呀自由啊！革命江山一片红。You need to start begging Xi to annex Los Angeles. You ungrateful cretin. Use your Chinese for the collective good. You are a real Xi believer. Dear leader Xi, Xi Jinping, please save us. Xi Jinping, please save us. Sir, I am ready. I am your loyal servant, sir. Please. The Chinese party, the Communist Party of China, please save us. Please, sir. Save us, please. Please. Liberate us, sir. I am your loyal servant, sir. Please. Fifth column activate. Yeah. Hey, man, I have you on speaker and my Chinese boss just physically cringed at your bad Chinese. No! I have perhaps never been as vindicated as I am at this very moment, where everyone is waking up to the reality that, like, China is the global the party for global stability, and America is the party for global instability. All because while Donald Trump is engaging in actions that are insane and belligerent, he's doing it in a way where it's like optically unfavorable too. I have never been more vindicated. I have never ever been more vindicated than at this very moment. Oh my God. Being a leftist is right, but too early. Ladies and gentlemen, as I have said, being a leftist is being right, but too early. Everybody yelled at me. Everybody that yelled at me is now going to turn around and sing the goddamn praises of Xi Jinping. Okay? Oh yeah, I mean, classic.
Let me tell you, I've been taken up to the third heaven. I've been jacked into the big plan. I've seen it. I've seen it. I can't even compute all of it. It's so fantastical. You've not seen nothing. You ain't heard nothing. You ain't smelled nothing like this. I don't have words to tell you. But I tell you, anybody tries to get in the way of the incredible plan the big guy's got for us has got me pissed, and I'm just begging to stay on the team, man. Just put me in the game, coach. Whatever you say, coach.
Put me in the game, coach.
I know I'm weak. I know I'm pathetic. Man, you're amazing. I'm so lucky you made me. What do I do? Hunting dog, man. Just take me out of the house. Just turn me on them. Just tell me what I gotta do. Tell me how I serve you. Tell me what I can do for you right now. Woo!
The glorious chairman, dude. That's right. That's right. Tell me, chairman. I will do what you ask of me. I am a weapon you will wield. I am a knife sharpened with the dialectics. All glory to the Communist Party of China. All glory to the People's Republic of China. I am your servant. Put me in, coach. Humiliation rituals are getting out of hand. Yeah, it's only humiliating if you don't recognize the Chinese century of prosperity. Alo lan arkadaşların yarısı Çin'e gitti, sen gitmedin. Daha bir de utanmadan şarkılarını açıyorsun. Shaking my head, kaldır götün için. Seddine haddi olsun. Aman yapmayın, etmeyin abi. Biliyorum. Pokemon, even the Turks are making fun of me for Pokemon going to China before me. I'm so jealous, dude. It's over. Anyway, speaking of our vassal state here, okay, Japan. Japan will not take part in any trade bloc that seeks to isolate China, given the importance of China as a trading partner. Japan intends to push back against any U.S. effort to bring it into an economic bloc aligned against China because of the importance of Tokyo's trade ties with Beijing, according to current and former Japanese government officials. Like many other countries, Japan is trying to get permanent relief from President Donald Trump's tariffs by addressing U.S. concerns in areas of bilateral trade, including automobiles and agriculture. The officials who asked not to be identified said that Japan is pushing to strike a deal before the current 90-day reprieve in tariffs expires, with one person saying the country hopes to finalize an agreement around the Group of Seven summit in June. At the same time, the official said that Japan doesn't want to get caught up in any U.S. effort to maximize trade pressure on China by curbing its own economic interaction with Beijing, which is Tokyo's biggest trading partner and an important source of goods and raw materials. I like to think in my headcanon that I opened up these conversations to the Japanese audience by engaging in bilateral negotiations with the Japanese Communist Party, which of course does not have any motion in the Japanese diet, but it doesn't matter. In my mind, it does. Oh, wow. It's actually over the U.S. in that case. What other states can they even force into an anti-China alliance at this point? The UK, Argentina, South Korea, maybe? That is true. That is true praxis. You're the Sean King of China-Japan negotiations? Oh my God, that's a deep cut, dude. That's crazy. Yeah, that's a deep cut. Remember when Sean King negotiated with Hamas, or claimed that he did? Yesterday, I asked President Trump in the Oval if there have been any direct talks with China on trade. He answered, yeah, of course, every day. Here is the China Commerce Ministry. Any content about China-U.S. economic and trade negotiations is groundless and has no factual basis. Here's Ryan Grimm reacting to the news about Japan.
The sheer stupidity of Trump's strategy going into this trade war is now finally coming into the sharpest focus I think that we've seen yet. It's been a complete catastrophe from start to finish, and we can now understand completely why.
You know, okay. I'm just going to say one thing here that I think is very interesting. It's irrelevant to the main point of contention. It's irrelevant to most of the things I'm talking about. But it is wild how much play apolitical drama slop tubers get in terms of like undermining my capabilities as a political commentator without any information whatsoever. So much so that there are a lot of people out there in the ether that simply think, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, even though I get vindicated every day. So if you get in on the ground floor and if you're in here, you are infinitely more knowledgeable about what the is about to happen than the average person. And yet, time and time again, despite my consistent vindication over and over again, okay, I'm going to do a little bit of self-glaze here, okay? I'm sorry. But time and time again, I get consistently vindicated with events that take place. And yet there are still a shit ton of people who unironically still go, nah, that guy doesn't know what the he's talking about. That's why my favorite commentator, Asmongold, he knows what's going on. He knows what's really good. It's crazy. Burgles, thank you for the 50 gifted subs. God damn. Being a Hasanabi head has literally helped me be invaluable in my farmer regulatory policy career. Hell yeah. You did eat crow on Russia invading Ukraine. I agreed with you at the time, but we were wrong. Yeah, because I listened to Zelensky too. But it doesn't matter. If the only thing you can point to, and even then my analysis was sound, my prediction was wrong, because I did not factor in Vladimir Putin's insanity into the equation, which is something I will admittedly never do. I will never say, yeah, that person is a madman and unstable, so they're going to react in an insane fashion. And ultimately, even on the Russia will never invade Ukraine, they're bad, not mad. That assessment has been harmful. I mean, that assessment has shown to be correct time and time again. It's not like Russia's attrition has been beneficial for its current standing. It's not. They're not doing so hot either. Literally work as an editor for the New York Times, and your work is very, very, very good and well sourced. Sometimes you break stuff and give context that helps me do my job immensely. Yup. That's why people don't understand why do journalists do positive coverage to Hasan? And maybe it's because they don't get their notes from Keemstar orbiters. You know what I mean? Anyway, let's continue.
He went in with a plan to encircle China. So here's Treasury Secretary Bessent saying that the plan here is you're going to get Vietnam, you're going to get Japan, you're going to get other Southeast Asian countries. You're going to unify them into a bloc, and you're going to collectively then pressure China to change its trade policies. That might actually have been a decent strategy. It might actually have worked out for those countries and for American workers. But that, of course, is not what Trump did. Like, you guys have been around. You've been watching this entire thing. What did he do? He slapped tariffs on the entire world to start, including Japan, Indonesia, Thailand, Vietnam, you name it. So he picked a fight with the people that he claimed he was going to have in his coalition. And so now, today, Japan is saying, we are not doing any type of trade deal with the United States that upsets our trade situation with China. Because the United States is an adversary of Japan at this very moment, not an ally anymore. So why would Japan do us any favors and hurt itself in its relationship with China, who has been the relatively stable country in this? So the idea...
It's not just that China is the relatively stable country in this process because of American instability, but it's also a very powerful country due to its significance in manufacturing. Like, why the would countries just go, all right, we're just going to rip apart our trade agreements that we've done with China for what? For the crime of developing themselves in the process? That was the point, wasn't it? You asked the World Trade Organization, you asked the World Bank, they constantly talk about how free trade is so beneficial for the global South. Free trade is so beneficial in uplifting the material conditions of the working class around the world. And then one country does it and they go, whoa, 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 hold up now. Not like that. We didn't mean you were actually going to engage in even development, rapid urbanization, and actually become a competitive global superpower. We didn't mean it like that. We thought you were just going to still be like this despotic place where there is a Gini coefficient so vast that it makes people's heads spin. We thought all of the wealth was going to be in the hands of Western-aligned leadership within the party structure that are quintrillionaires at this point, and then the rest of the working class of China was going to be the peasantry. I'm so confused. How did this happen? Yeah, they looked at China and they were like, whoa, what are you doing? The secondary aspect of this is that America still maintains global stability through its empire, through its tentacles, its military bases, 1,000 of them all around the world. That part still hasn't that still hasn't fallen, okay? There's that too. There's that aspect of this equation as well. That's part of the reason why I think China wants to maintain America as the reserve currency, at least right now, at least for now. May 2025 volumes are now expected to drop 20.5% year over year to 1.6 million TEUs, while June could see an even steeper 26.6% decline to 1.57 million TEUs. No one is thinking about back to school, but this is the season when they are being shipped from overseas. Yeah, industry leaders are warning of supply chain crisis as Trump tariffs hit U.S.-China trade. You know things are dire when we're looking at industry papers, okay? This is a dire warning. When we start looking at trade publications, it's over. All because we didn't like how much we saw COVID and we did not like how much China was manufacturing, and we're like, oh, we got to change this. Except did we actually build a robust base of manufacturing in the past 4 years when Biden was the president? No, we didn't do that at all. We didn't do none of that shit. Is Trump implementing a command economy and building a robust infrastructure and training people right now to deal with high precision manufacturing? No, we're not doing none of that shit. Did we set up contracts for at least rare mineral extraction with countries that currently have almost monopoly deals with China? Did we set up refinement facilities to be able to refine these minerals? No, we didn't do that either. So what the are we doing? Throwing a goddamn tantrum and saying, hey, listen, we have the global reserve currency and we have a import economy. And if you, we are the consumption engine of the planet. a major market that everyone wants to be a part of due to the way that we have designed global trade over the course of the past multiple decades. So we'll kill ourselves. We'll kill ourselves. We'll kill ourselves unless you do what we want. And then people go, what do you want? And they go, I don't know, just build a factory here or something. Okay, that's going to take a decade, dumbass. What are you doing? You should have set up the factories first and then done this. You can't do trade protectionism if you have no trade to protect. So all we're doing in this process is like telling Europe, hey man, if you want to get out of this bind, if you want to keep selling products to the United States of America, well, guess what you have to do? You have to literally purchase our chicken, okay? You have to purchase salmonella chicken. That's it. No other way out of this. You have to purchase hormone beef. No other way out of this. Do you understand? And more of our weapons. And also our F-150s. Will we make smaller vehicles, mid-sized sedans that can, work in your market? No. Buy the Ford F-150 right now. I don't care what you do with it. You can dump it in the ocean for all I care, but you have to buy it. Going to Cambodia and being like, I'm sorry, you have to buy a fleet of F-35 jets is hilarious. They'd be like, sorry, you need Boeing weapons. That's the only thing we manufacture. You have to buy them. Otherwise, we can't fix this trade deficit. Great stuff. Thousands and then millions of American small businesses, including many iconic brands, will go bankrupt this year if the tariff policies on China don't change. These small businesses are largely, this is a founder and CEO of Flexport. These small businesses are largely unable to move their manufacturing out of China. They are last in line when they try to go to a new country. This guy's talking about long term. I'm talking about short term. I'm talking about in the next month or so, you are going to see significant impacts. Even if Trump changed even if Donald Trump, like I said, tomorrow or today said, it's time to reverse this tariff shit. I'm sorry, my bad. And China played ball. Okay? You would still see a lot of immediate impacts in terms of empty shelves in the next month or so because trade has all but halted. The manufacturers in Vietnam and elsewhere can't be bothered with small batch production jobs, typical of a small business supply chain. When the brands fail, they will be purchased out of bankruptcy by their Chinese factories, who thus far have built everything except the customer-facing brand, which is where most of the value capture happens already. Consumer goods companies typically mark up the goods 3x or more to support their fixed costs, including millions of American employees. Now the factories will get to vertically integrate and capture the one part of the chain they haven't yet dominated. American businesses import $600 billion worth of goods from China every year. Assuming typical retail markups we see in Flexport data, those goods create almost $2 trillion worth of sales every year. In the weeks since the tariffs hit, ocean freight booking from China are down 50% across the industry. Flexport bookings from China are down more like 35%, but sources at carriers and forwarders indicate 50% is the industry-wide stat. That is 50% of all trade coming in from China. That is 30% of all goods. 15% of all goods is gone. It evaporated. Do you understand what that looks like? 15% of all goods that you normally would get gone. That's around $1 trillion of economic activity wiped out. And these companies tend to run very lean, financing inventory and reinvesting excess cash in more marketing and growth initiatives. If the goods stop, many will die. And when they die, it may actually be the final victory for the Chinese manufacturer as they scoop up brands that took decades to build through the blood, sweat, and tears of some of the most creative and entrepreneurial people in the world. American brand builders are second to none worldwide. The fact is, America will have to back off these tariffs. It's just a question of when. Even if it's not this administration, a future one will realize they've got to get us out of this recession. No, it has to be this administration, because I don't even think Trump would be able to survive this for an entire year, because we would be in a Great Depression by that point. Because understand what I'm saying. Understand what I'm saying here. If trade halts in its entirety, that means the trucking industry plummets. That means the ports are out of business. It's over. A Great Depression, the greatest of depression. People lose their jobs. People no longer have the finances to purchase things, and then more domestic, and then the domestic products that are being sold, like the agriculture business, collapse because people just don't have enough money to buy shit that they need to buy. and then they fire the people on that side. And for Americans, perhaps the scariest scenario becomes reality. No more burger. Think about that. Think about a world without burger. Close your eyes and just think. No more cheeseburger. Do you know what that world looks like? Do you want to live in that world where no more cheeseburger is a reality? That's right. I certainly don't. Give me burger or give me death. Stop giving the vegans a W. Dog, what are you talking about? You think the vegan alternatives are going to exist in this process? You think you're going to have money? With what money are you going to purchase your vegan food? No more money. No more money because no more job. No more job means no more money. No more money means even less jobs. I've reported you to Twitch for saying no burger, shut the fuck up. Yeah. Yeah, we go from everything's computer to nothing is computer, okay? No more computer. Fantastic stuff. Amazing. Amazing, dude. My goat. He's doing the damn thing. Let's get back.
This morning, China's Ministry of Commerce pushed back, saying any claims about the progress of China-U.S. trade negotiations are groundless, as trying to catch the wind and have no factual basis.
And now 12 Democratic-controlled states are suing the president to stop his tariffs. Arizona is one of the states, and its attorney general called the tariffs insane and illegal because the president can only set tariffs if there's an extraordinary threat against the country. They argue there isn't, and so that's why they're suing, Tony.
All right, Ed, while we have you, President Trump has made a career out of leveraging his personal brand, his personal name, but now there are new ethics questions around a meme coin that could lead to a private dinner with the president. What can you tell us about this?
Yeah, this is an interesting one. It has to do with the president's meme coin cryptocurrency, which got a major boost after its website posted an announcement offering a, quote, intimate private dinner with President Trump at his golf club out in Virginia next month. The catch, it'll go to 220 people who buy the most Trump cryptocurrency in the next few weeks. And the top 25 get to meet the president at a private VIP reception. He launched the so-called meme coin just days before the inauguration, and it's controlled by businesses linked to him, meaning the president stands to profit, at least on paper, when the price increases. The latest move of the president in this realm has ethics watchdogs and Democrats.
Yeah, what are they going to do about it? You know what I mean? I love that. Dude, he is. What a circus, dude. What a circus. What a clown show. Look at this photo, man. Oh my God. This is amazing. I'm sorry. If I was. Like, Europeans watch us from afar and laugh at the clown show, not realizing that this will have impact in their countries too. But if I was like a Chinese netizen watching from afar, oh, greatest show of all time, okay? Greatest show of all time. Trump, the nation builder for China, is right. It's just, it's impossible to engage in satire. It's impossible to engage in satire in a situation like this because, like, real life is more insane than anything you could make up. Wow. You're just jealous you don't get to meet our king? It's so funny the far-right leader here in Portugal is trying to say Portugal needs to tariff other countries and everyone's calling him a whack job. Amazing.
When the price increases. The latest move of the president in this realm has ethics watchdogs and Democrats crying foul. Senator Chris Murphy, for example, called it the most brazenly corrupt thing a president has ever done. Part of the concern, Tony, is who exactly spends the money to get in the room with the president to try to influence him on policy. That's what has people so concerned. And are they American business leaders? Are they someone else? Are they foreigners potentially getting in there and getting some time with the president?
Could be anyone. Ed, thank you very much.
这些都是假消息.
None of that is true. For all I know, China and the U.S. are not having any consultation. This is from straight out of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs from Beijing.
据我了解，中美双方并没有就关税问题进行磋
Or
商
negotiation on
或谈
tariffs,
判，
still
更
less
谈不上
reaching a deal.
达成协议。这场关税战
This tariff war
是
is
由美
launched by
方
the
发
U.S.
起的，
China's
中方的
position
态度
is
是
consistent
一贯
and
的、
clear.
明确的，打
We will fight. If fight we must. Our doors are open if the U.S. wants to talk. Dialogue and negotiation must be based on equality, respect, and mutual benefit.
尊重、互惠的。
Give me a Xi Jinping, what's up, Beijing, supercharged Sigma edit right now. I need it. I need it. Give me something. I need to see something right now. I need to feel good about it. The Chinese people will never allow any foreign forces to bully, oppress, or enslave us. Anyone who dares to try to do that will have their heads bashed.
我在北京。
This is what I was looking for. This is a little too bass boosted.
我在北京。
Oh God. A real do nothing win. Real do nothing win moment.
She's trying to get away from Biden. I don't know the gentleman. She says she is Biden.
Clearly, I am not Joe Biden.
Okay, this sucks. I don't want to see this. I don't want to be reminded of Kamala Harris. Wait, this one, please, is the best.
Get too comfortable. Better not get too comfortable.
I like, dude, you know what's funny about this? Like, if you're under the age of 35, you have no allegiance to this goddamn country. Okay? And this is what the boomers don't understand. This is what a lot of people that at least saw like a crumb of prosperity, maybe even into the 90s, cannot comprehend. They're like, why is the youth not as angry at China as I am? I don't understand. It's like, what do you mean? There's no loyalty here. Why would I be loyal to the United States of America? What are you talking about? What has America done for anyone under the age of 35? I'm a spectacularly fortunate person. Okay? I am an immensely fortunate person. So I'm in a different predicament here. But because I'm stubborn and give a about people who have significantly less than I do, I'm pissed off all the time. But if you're a regular guy who, I don't know, graduated in any time period post 2008, all you have known is impossible to pay rents, dog shit jobs with dog shit wages and no benefits whatsoever. That's what this country has given you. No opportunity to retire and no financial stability. And in order to make up for that, people just find themselves in these idiotically desperate moments where they're like, oh, I'm going to do Sigma grindset with drop shipping. Oh, I'm just going to gamble until I win. Dumping the meager wages that I've made into this like hopium with the hopes that I can have some semblance of upward social mobility by a stroke of luck. Why the fuck would anybody be loyal to the United States of America when America's given them nothing? All they know is economic instability and endless war. Why? That's why so many people are making these like meme edits and shit and joking about Chinese prosperity. And it probably bricks so many people's brains where they're like, what do you mean? This is so stupid. This must be TikTok. It's like, no, dude, it's not TikTok. Okay. It's not. It's America's material conditions for the average American.
Mac 10 lay him on the floor like a mattress. Young bass guy in the...
They're still going to blame TikTok. It's the same shit with Israel, bro. They're like, oh my God, people are getting to see the truth on TikTok, so it's making them anti-Semitic. It's like, no, dumbass. It's because Israel is broadcasting all the insanity. Israel's broadcasting a live stream Holocaust every goddamn day. Of course, people are going to be like, what the f is this? What is going on here? This is bullshit. Will she press the communism button in 2050? Maybe one day. Okay, this is the last one.
Good evening to everyone here in the United States, and good morning to you, Mr. President, in Beijing.
我在北京。
Okay, all right, enough. Hasan Reactions, one of the best ones in the React channel.